Lots and lots of NFL trade rumors, and that's what we're going to be talking about here on today's show. Mitchell Renz from Chat Sports, ready and eager to walk you guys through the latest because this is the most wild. This is like Girls Gone Wild. You wake up randomly 1 o'clock in the morning on a Friday evening, I guess, and you're just like, what did I just come across here at 1 o'clock at night? That's what type of crap has been happening around the offseason. And we're first going to kick the show off with a little Deebo Samuel rumor here, and as a trade around the 49ers star wide receiver going to happen. Deebo has requested a trade. The trade request came in about a week ago, and now he is looking for a new contract. And if I was Deebo and I was in his camp and I look at the numbers that he had last season, guess what? I'd be looking to get paid too. He was arguably one of the best players in the entire league. Not only did he have 77 catches for 1,405 yards and the average of 18.2, so he was breaking away, and 6 touchdowns. He was the key factor on offense, and I've been watching football for a long time. I don't remember the last time I saw a receiver that did what Deebo did. Not only on his efficiency being able to catch the ball, but also his ability to run between the tackles and do it at a high level. 56 carries, 365 yards, good number there, 8 touchdowns, and anytime you're averaging over 6 yards per carry in the National Football League, that's pretty impressive to me. And in terms of how much money could Deebo end up getting, I mean, you're going to be looking at a hefty payday. I don't know if he gets over DeAndre Hopkins, Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill type of money, but I do think he makes definitely more than DJ Moore. I mean, if he gets his new deal, he better be on this list. And these are the highest paid wide receivers per year. I will be curious to see how his contract gets divided up because a lot of these other players, when you look at just the guarantees, Tyreek Hill at 72.2, Stephon Diggs at 70, Devontae Adams at 65. The way that it usually goes is whoever gets the most recent contract ends up getting the biggest deal, or they end up getting the most guaranteed money. And if I was Deebo Samuel, I would want to be paid like every single guy that you see on this list right here. So the news that ended up going down, it started with Jeff Darlington, and he sent out this tweet earlier today. Breaking news, I just spoke to wide receiver Deebo Samuel, and he told me that he has asked the 49ers to trade him. He did not want to discuss specific reasons behind his request, but he has indeed let the 49ers know his desire to leave the organization. More to come. Then, Ian Rappaport, he decided to chime in as well. The trade request came in more than a week ago, and the 49ers have been aware of Deebo's feelings for a while. This is why there have been no talks. Bobby Thompson on Twitter, at BTomps81. Deebo Samuel has made his stance known. He is frustrated with the 49ers, and it seems he wants to play elsewhere. Keep an eye out for this. The draft is 9 days away. Teams have already shown interest in trading for him. And then Ian Rappaport again coming in with the tweet. The 49ers have been looking to make offers for a long-term deal with wide receiver Deebo Samuel. This is what's interesting. But he's been unwilling to engage. This is why. Unclear where this goes from here. But Samuel wanting out is the latest in big-name wide receiver drama. Also, rap sheet. Money is not at the root of the issues for Deebo Samuel. Otherwise, that could be fixed with a big offer, but there are also issues with how he is used. So, from what I've understood, just gathering all the reports that I can, it sounds like he wants to be used more of like a wide receiver and less like a running back because of longevity. He wants to be able to make more money as well. Wide receivers get paid better. And, you know, I always try to follow certain people on social media and rap sheet. All these guys, they're great on Twitter. But in the world that we live in today, if you're not on Instagram and you're not at least trying to find the latest news and rumors on IG, you're tripping. Here's what Deebo's brother had to say on his Instagram story yesterday, which has been, deleted. Y'all take shit and run with it. Know nothing about what my brother doing. So essentially, his brother had said that Deebo was going to at least request a trade. And there's also an Instagram video out there of people talking about money, and Deebo's saying, oh, they're not going to give me over $20 million. If you're not on Instagram, get on Instagram. And if you want to follow me, I'm at MitchellRentz365. So what do you think, y'all? This is what Chat Sports is about. It's about presenting the news. It's about presenting our decisions on what we think is right or wrong. It's about giving you guys analysis. But it's also about letting you guys have a voice as well. So type Y for yes. Type N for no. Will the 49ers trade Deebo Samuel? Let's go to another wide receiver here, and there's been a lot of drama since the moment he's been taken out of Florida. It's Kadarius Toney, the wide receiver from the Giants, and he was not at voluntary offseason workouts or mini camps this week. A lot of people are going to see that and be like, well, Mitch, it's called voluntary offseason workouts for a reason, and you're right. However, he didn't attend last year's workout because he didn't have to because of the contract. And when I talk about young players, I want players on my football team that either A, like football, or B, want to show me that they're willing to put in the work. Kadarius Toney has never been able to do that since the moment he's shown up to the Giants. And when he was on the field, when he was healthy, he was electrifying. I mean, there's not many people that can make NFL players look like that they're running on ice. And the top name that comes to my mind is obviously Tyreek Hill. There's a little Tyreek Hill and Kadarius Toney. That sounds really gross, but it's the truth. With 39 catches last year, 420 yards, shout out to 420. Throw it down in the comments section. Celebrate the holiday if you're with me. So all I'm saying is this. Kadarius Toney is a talented player. The issue for Toney right now, if he were to be traded, there's so many other receivers better than him that I know that I would rather invest my money in, which makes it a little bit difficult if he were to be traded. So if you were to ask me, okay, Mitch, what are the top teams right now most interested in Toney? I would say the New York Jets. I would go with the Chiefs, the Falcons because they need a receiver, the Packers, they don't have anyone, the Indianapolis Colts. So just like I asked y'all for Deebo Samuel, will Kadarius Toney get traded? If you think that he's going to get traded, go ahead and type your T for trade. If you think that he's going to remain on the New York Giants, you can go ahead and type an S for staying. I am going to go ahead and type my S for staying for the simple fact of he's only entering year 2. A lot of times when I see a player like this who, well, a lot of the reports when Toney was at Florida where he had some off-the-field issues, I would say that somebody needs to get him together or just say, hey, like you need to start doing these things a little bit better. And I'm hoping Brian Daboll is going to be a smart head coach because if you want to get the most out of Daniel Jones, you need to make sure that Kadarius Toney is on the football field because that guy is very talented and he's an electrifying player. There's no doubt about it. Now, guys, I don't know about y'all. I'm all about making content. It's one of the reasons why Chat Sports partnered with Locals. And if you're just looking for really awesome content, a place where you can get in touch more with content creators like myself and a lot of other people, then I want you to go ahead and check us out at locals.com. What's really cool about this platform is it empowers content creators. You're also going to be able to get more intimate access to the people, ideas that you care about. I'm also going to say this. Locals is a really interesting place on 420. I'm just going to tell you that right now. It's some of the top creators out there on Locals. Russell Brand. One of my favorite movies is Forgetting Sarah Marshall, so being able to listen to Russell Brand be uncut is really cool. Tulsi Gabbard, Dr. Drew, if anybody's got any sex problems. Willie Finns, I don't know. The Reuben Report also. The Reuben Report's a really good listen. So if you guys just want more content, it's locals.com. That's going to be in the description and in the comments section of today's video. Let's go to the next player here. It's Diontae Johnson. And with all the trade rumors that are going on right now, I feel like every single time a player isn't attending voluntary workouts, people are like, oh God, does he want out? And I actually don't have a good answer for you because if I've learned anything this offseason, literally anything is possible. With the fact that he is not showing up, it does sound like he wants a new contract. He is going to be a free agent in 2023 coming off a career season. And if he doesn't get the deal, I mean, maybe he does decide to go ahead and leave. I don't know the answer. But what I do know is this. Out of all three players that I talked about, I think Diontae Johnson is probably the lowest or least likely is probably the correct way to say that. The least likely to get traded. I would rank them as Deebo, then I'd rank it Toney, and then I would go ahead with Johnson. But when you talk about numbers, Diontae was a player that I did like when he first came out of college, and I will be curious to see how he does next season with Mitch Trubisky because his skill set really fit well with Ben Roethlisberger aging and just getting a lot of checkdowns. It's just the truth. But I have seen this. He's gotten better. He's gotten better, and he's gotten better. Now he's getting ready to enter year 4, coming off a season where he had over 100 catches, over 1,000 yards, and 8 touchdowns. He's a very talented receiver, but he wasn't drafted in round 1. You know who was? Kadarius Toney. And this is why I love this show here. Who's the better receiver? Do you think it's Kadarius Toney? And if you just look at the numbers, every single person's going to type Diontae Johnson, which, that's fine. However, from a skill standpoint, I could really make the argument that Toney is a more talented receiver than Johnson. That doesn't make you a better wide receiver. I just think it makes you a more talented one. So who's the better wide receiver? Let me know what you guys are thinking. Type KT for Kadarius Toney, or I want you to go ahead and type DJ for Diontae Johnson.